I don't know if y'all heard this, but Bronny James is not playing road games in the G League. He's not playing road games. He's only playing home games in the G League. So I'm gonna read the article, and this has been confirmed by the Athletic. They said that this is from Brian Windhorst. From my understanding, he's only going to play in South Bay Lakers home games. That he's only going to be a part-time G League player. He's not getting onto United Airlines and going to fly and go see other teams and play in these road games. Where is it? I think it's not uncommon for drafted players or players who are on the two-way contracts to spend more time playing for the G League team at home, especially when it's based, I guess, near the actual NBA team. And where's the last part? They were kind of comparing it to like when the WNBA changed from like the commercial flights to private flights with Caitlin Clark coming in. But there are people today going into a frenzy about it because they're like Bronny James is getting like some type of special treatment by only needing to play in the home games for the G League team, and he's not actually getting the actual G League experience of having to get on those flights. It sounds that they're trying to protect him from, I guess, the whole hoopla of being on a flight with other people. I mean, to me, I think it's BS. I'm like, bro, get your ass in this flight since you want to be in the NBA so bad. I don't understand why you're not playing, but that's just me. What are y'all thoughts about
that? I see it as one. I think the Lakers organization is withholding money from other organizations. The moment that Bronny James is slated to be somewhere, let's say Miami, well, it's not Miami, but Miami's G League team, for instance.
Yeah.
You know you're going to bring in the money if Bronny James is on the slate. Bronny James went on to say, I ain't coming.
Right.
If they go play the Memphis Hustle,
yeah,
money coming in from Memphis. Money ain't coming in for y'all now. So I see it as that. I also see it as maybe it's a father protecting his son, or really just power. I think it is power. Shout out to Power needs to come back raising Canaan, just in case y'all didn't know. You need that. But how do you get better if you don't get those reps?
Yeah.
And so I see it as a failure for him. If this is about basketball, if this is about life and a father protecting his son or family, I still don't understand it to that extent. But also, LeBron has also done to this extent everything he's done to do whatever he wants to do in his family. He's owed that respect, in my opinion, my humble opinion. This man's been having a camera in his face since he was 16, 14, 15, whatever it may be. So maybe he doesn't want that for his son. Again, maybe protecting his son, but at the end of the day, you only get better basketball-wise with reps. That's the only way you get better. Ask, never mind. Don't ask my players because they getting subbed out.
I think to your point though, Sheedy, if Bronny was to go like to the Memphis Hustle games and play against them, I think he's doing the NBA a disservice. I think because people want to see Bronny play, whether it's to cheer him or boo him.
Yeah.
People want that opportunity. I think that they're not allowing the league or him to get that opportunity that'll, kind of make him and break him. At the same time, though, and I kind of figure on the father side, and I definitely want Charles' opinions on this one. But he's seeing his peers, whether we talk about D-Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, Derrick Rose, spending time with their kids and preparing them to make it to the league. Well, LeBron, he ain't no telling when he retired. We speculate 2 to 3 years. Nah, he ain't retiring no time soon. So with that being said, he probably won't get that one-on-one time that he'll get to with his, kid like the Carmelos and the Roses and everybody I just named. So maybe this is his chance to kind of just keep that one-on-one out with his son, with Bronny, to make sure he develops into like we want, like a second contract player. That's what we all on this podcast want for Bronny, is to get that second contract. And I think maybe, I'm just saying, maybe this is LeBron's way of kind of being home, making sure his son is prepared to play ball when he's out the league. Maybe. But I do feel like they're doing a disservice for Bronny.
Yeah. I feel like as a father, I would want my son to not necessarily go through what I go through or have went through, as a player. But I want you to have to earn it to some degree. So he hasn't earned it at all. I mean, he's LeBron's son, and they picked him like at the end of the draft, which I mean, that is what it is. It's gone now. But I feel like that's kind of babying him because if that was any other player, he getting his butt on that plane. This is what it is. Like it could be Scottie Pippen Jr. He getting on the plane. He literally was on the plane for the Lakers at that, and nobody was saying, "Oh, this Scottie Pippen's son," and who's a better player, by the way, and got a contract with the Grizzlies 4 years. Currently starting for the Grizzlies tonight against the Lakers, and had triple double. You know what I'm saying? Played way better. And I'm sure if you gave Rob Pelinka or who the coach of the Lakers, JJ Redick, some true serum, they would want Scottie Pippen Jr. right now over D'Lo. I promise you, they want him over D'Lo. And so I feel like there's no like, why are we doing this if he's not good enough anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like to Shitty's point, I want him to get the reps, and we know why they're doing it because it's LeBron James. And I know you mentioned that LeBron is wanting to spend more time with Bronny, but I'm like, LeBron, you ain't retired yet, so you got to work. I think D Rose, he chose to retire because he wanted to spend more time with PJ. That's what he wanted to do, and that's what he's doing right now. He wanted to spend more time to see his son actually come up and play. Same with Carmelo. Kion, he's a good player too. I think he's about to announce where he's going in the next week or so. But Carmelo said the same thing. I want to retire to see my son through his process, and that's what it is. And they had to retire in order to commit to that. So when you are retired, you got way more time to do stuff like that. LeBron ain't retired yet, so it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, dog. You can't be full-time dad all the time when you got to go on this road trip, and your son working with you as well too. He got to be there with you side by side. And if he's not playing with you on the main roster, if he's in the G League, y'all can FaceTime, bro. It's 2024. FaceTime your son. Matter of fact, who was that? That was Lala with Melo.
Yeah,
Melo was somewhere. She was like this at the game, doing this at the game.
Yeah, I remember.
So yeah, just be creative, man. You LeBron, man. You know how to make some shit, work in that regard. But I'm disappointed that Bronny is doing this because I actually wanted to go see him play in South Haven, but I guess he ain't.
Gotta get that ticket to LA.
Shit, it won't be me. I ain't going out there.
Could you imagine you had to pay go to LA to see Bronny James?
See Bronny.
That's ridiculous.
And he won't play. He played like 2 minutes in Cleveland, bro. Your hometown, bro. That's crazy. So yeah, hopefully Bronny plays at some point, man. Like, get that shit off of him, bro. Like, please stop. Like, I clown Bronny enough on some like basketball type shit, but dude, like, come on, man. Let's figure it out.
And also, this is just putting more spotlight on him. Like, when are we going to move away from Bronny, so to speak? Like, to really talk about the true rookies of the year, rookies that we should really be talking about. It's just like we got to stop giving that attention to whatever his LeBron James Jr. For real. So that's it.